practice, Coach?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Sorry, 1 second, Matt.
We're just trying to get the stream going real quick.
Yeah.
Not yet. 1 sec. Yeah, you go.
Yeah, it's got to do it.
I don't know.
All right, Coach. Just go ahead and walk all the way around. There we go. Ready, guys? Yeah. All right, Coach.
Tough game. I feel for the guys. I really do. I got to do a better job, obviously, beginning these games and stuff. We're getting behind and seemed like we're playing catch up the whole game. Gave up 14 quick ones, ran into each other on our sideline, and kind of gave them one there on the long pass. And then, I don't know. At least I felt like the whole game we were playing catch up. But I like to fight these kids. I really do. I mean, I think we play hard, we fight. We just have to play better at certain times. And and I have no regrets going for it. If you want to ask that question, so I'm sure somebody is. So I'll go ahead and answer it right now. I have zero regrets going for the win. I lined up to tie Florida State my second or third year at ULM, and we missed it. And I promised I'd never do that again. So we thought we had a great call. If you go back and watch the film, if you care to do that, Jonathan Harris is wide open. Just wasn't meant to be. Their guy tipped the ball and tipped it. I thought it was a good call. Like I said, I thought we had a chance on the play. We got what we thought we were going to get. They showed man and drop zone. And just like I said, it wasn't meant to be. But, I think that in the game, too, early on, other than Bryce's run, we didn't run it as effective as I wanted to. But as the game went on, I thought we, started to run the football pretty effectively. I actually wanted to look on here because I thought they were actually better than that. But, Weber was 9 of 16 on third down conversions. It just seemed like 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. There was a 3rd and 13 right at the start of the fourth quarter. They converted, so we get some going on offense. It just, then it didn't seem like we get them off the field on defense. When we were down 7, now we got the pick when we were down, 14. And, but like I said, we just never could get there. And then, obviously the end of the game, we got there and, I decided to go for the win and it didn't work out. Questions?
What do you think was the biggest difference first half to second half running the football? You think you just were able to wear them down?
Well, I think we got a few runs that the touch, both the 2 long runs we had and most of the runs are on were the wide zone variety. And, you run tighter zones and wider zones. And I said that Monday or whatever, I was afraid, it concerned me how heavy handed their linemen were stuff. And, running the ball up the middle was pretty tough, but we kind of started stretching them a little bit and several times, not just the 2 touchdown runs. The 2 touchdown runs were no doubt cutback runs. We stretched the defense and they cut back behind the defense and piped it. So I thought that our offensive guys did a good job of, getting to some runs that we had some success with, and pretty much we stayed with it. And, that, and then we went to a little bit more of the zone read stuff and, and asked Jake to help us running the ball too, which I thought he did a really good job of.
Their quarterback is what killed you on the runs. Was there anything, were you expecting that, or did you have a spy on him most of the night?
No, they got us a couple times on the zone read that cracked our corner, and we didn't do a good job of replacing the crack with our corner. I mean, they cracked our safety, excuse me. We didn't do a good job of replacing with our corner. And so they definitely got us on that. I thought we made pretty good adjustment at the halftime to stop the quarterback draw. They were getting it empty and wearing us out with that quarterback draw and stuff, and motioning the back out and making us run a linebacker out to play him and stuff. But I thought we did a nice job at the half of at least adjusting to that. That play didn't hurt us in the second half. Now he did pull it and run it a couple times on zone read, but I don't think they really had any positive plays in the second half on the quarterback draw. It's an RPO. You either throw it or run it depending on the box numbers. And I thought we did a nice job of, kind of containing that play in the second half.
What does it say about your team to show some resilience and fight back the way that you guys did?
I think we play hard. I thought we did last week. We're just not playing good enough to win. But I like the fight. Even when we got down, it just, I don't know, it just didn't seem like our guys, they were still in it. And we were able to get a touchdown and got it to 14 and got a pick. And it just seemed like there was a lot of belief on the sidelines. The kids hung in there and hung in the game. And, even despite really, like I said, in the beginning of the game, just a few things didn't go our way, especially the start. I mean, it happened right in front of me. Our two guys just ran slapped into each other. It's kind of, and you kind of, oh man, but we kind of hung in there, and so I give our guys a lot of credit for that.
Jake with a couple of picks. What did you see on those?
Both of them were tip balls, high throws. Both of them were deflection balls.
What about your defense to you finally get some turnovers going, especially and to score off of them?
Yeah, I mean we got the pick right there toward the end of the game, and with Mason Edwards, which was a 14-point game I think at the time. Yeah, because we were down 21 and went down and scored. That was obviously a huge play to give us the ball, and we got in, and it was good too to you practice at August camp and you do all that, but the first opportunity really to have a true 2 minute with our offense, I thought they handled it very well.
I felt like you guys did a really good job on first and second down defensively. What did you think that they did?
They just made every play. It seemed like it's just one of those things. It's frustrating, but giving them credit. I mean, like I said, it seemed like what I think the frustrating part is that at least two of them, I remember, maybe three, were over 10 yards. I mean, and that's to keep drives going. And we cut it to 7, and I actually thought they were going to run the clock out for the quarter. Remember, they kind of tried to draw us off sides. I thought they were running it out, but it was 3rd and 13. And, we were down 7 points. I thought that was a big play in the game. And then they went on down and scored and got that. But, just too many chances, I think, that, that we had opportunity to get off the field and we didn't. And then, obviously, offensively, our defense bailed the offense out of the first pick, ended up holding them and stuff. And but then the second pick six was obviously a big part of the game too. So
What do you see on
this was, I'm sorry, in many ways this was a game decided by explosives. I mean, there was just a
Yeah.
lot of explosive plays on both.
there really was, and that's really not what I anticipated, to be honest with you. I mean, I thought it would, just by the style they play, and I thought it could be a low scoring game, one of those just really physical field position games, but it turned into that, and so not necessarily what I was anticipating.
What do you see on the fake field goal, and how did that kind of switch? Because then you were chasing everything.
Yeah,
This whole
I
second
didn't.
half.
I mean, I haven't seen the film. So last year they actually tried one on McNeese, and they actually tried it to the right, and one of our guys actually got off a block and made a really good play. And so I know this time they ran it to the left, but I mean, where I'm standing and where the play happened, I have no idea what they did. I know they snapped the ball to the kicker and he ran, but I got to go back and look at the film and see exactly why we were out of position and what we were doing, because I have no idea right now.
I know the film was kind of tough to watch from their first 2 games. Is there anything that they did that surprised you guys?
Well, I don't know necessarily surprised, but they threw it and caught it better. And but I made the comment, and then I saw where Coach, their head coach, made the comment. They got behind early in both at James Madison and at Arizona. I mean, they were down as quick as we were down tonight. They were down 14, I think, and got down 21. And I got home last night. Arizona's got a pretty good football team too. I saw that last night when they were playing. But so that phase of it. But they had some receivers make some plays, and make some plays down the field. And so, like I said, I don't necessarily surprise me, but it's something that they haven't done the first 2 weeks. And of course, they played against really good competition too. But they really haven't shown the ability to do that.
You said earlier in the week just about how you're still learning this team.
Yeah.
What did you learn about this team today?
I learned, I continue to learn that we got to start faster. And, of course, I'll take the credit. That's on me. I mean, we got to get our guys going a little bit quicker. I thought last week was just maybe the nerves and everybody was whatever, but I don't really tonight. Like I said, we had an opportunity. We got down there and, of course, missed a field goal, which, we had an opportunity to actually strike first, I think. Yeah, if I remember. I'm trying to remember the game. We missed a field goal, and then there's another opportunity in the second quarter. We had 4th and 1 and didn't get it. But as the game went on, we made those plays, stuff, and I got to get us in a position where we got to make them coming out. And but to be down 14-0 that fast is, like I said, it just felt like to me, and that you're in that catch-up mode the whole game. And you can't quite get there. You get close, you get within 7, 2 times, 3 times, and then they score again, and then you're back playing catch up, and then all the way really till the last 2-point play, we were playing catch up. So
yeah, and then a quick follow up to that. What did you learn about the quarterback, especially in the fourth quarter?
I think he did some really good things. I'll have to see the film, but I think he's got some game for sure, and I really like him a lot as a leader. I think the moments don't seem like they're too big for him. And I thought he handled the last 2-minute drive like really good. Ball went where it should have went, kept his cool. So I think there's a lot to build on. I keep saying, but, at least to our coaches, maybe I haven't said it here, but I think these guys have opportunity to get better. Our guys do. Because, even a guy like Jake, he really hasn't played football in 3 years. He's went to Texas Tech and, kind of didn't get an opportunity to play. We got some guys out there, the Josh Jacksons and those guys of the world, Javante Citizens of the world, that have been out, especially, defensively too. They haven't got the opportunity necessarily. So, they're in there playing. And I think if we'll continue to work, continue to fight, I think we have an opportunity to continue to get better as the season goes on, I hope.
Games are decided, Coach, a lot of times in your business by key players making plays at key moments. Did you see that?
Yeah, I thought we made some.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're.
Well, what I'm saying is both sides made a lot of key plays in big moments, as did your younger team and younger players came up in big plays in key moments.
Yeah, I thought we did.
In particular, the 2-minute drive.
Yeah, I thought we did for sure. And like I said, I thought Jake made some really good throws. Guys did a really good job. John Doe had one. Jalen Thompson up going in and, end up catching it and understanding how to get out of bounds and what to do. And, so, yeah, that was good to see. But like I said, we need to make one more play, and we didn't. So.
How important was it to get Citizen kind of going and Strong going, just to get them some confidence, get them some going, and kind of show a balance?
Yeah, I thought it was very important. And I think both young men are extremely talented. And, I thought both young men showed their ability to be explosive too. When they did break, they were, they both showed some speed, some explosiveness, and so hopefully we continue to build on that.
One more. The one question about second quarter late, 4th and 1, when you ran Citizen up the middle, you didn't elect a challenge. Did you get something from upstairs, or did you think about challenging on that?
The only thing I heard was we were short. Yeah, but I wasn't actually. Last week when I challenged, I was right on the line. I was actually about 30 or 40 yards back, and the consensus seemed from the guys in the press box that we were short. Our guys. So no, I didn't. That's why I didn't challenge it.
Right, Coach.
You thought we got it?
No, I just think in that situation with the half inning, you're going to lose the timeout anyways.
That's
a gamble.
That's a good point. But like I said, as soon as the play happened, our guys felt like upstairs that we were short. So now, if we would have felt like the other way, like last week when I challenged it, I thought, and everybody upstairs thought that. But that's a good point. It was before the half, so.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.